mynews.studio.
In a city defined by skyscrapers and endless concrete, there are these small, tennis court-sized forests quietly making a difference. They're actually reducing temperatures. Could these mini jungles change how cities tackle climate change?
It's surprising, especially in Sao Paulo, isn't it? Just for context, today's date is 2025, October 20th. This city has more than 12 million people, and most of its native Atlantic forest is gone. Only about 12% remains.
Right, and losing that forest isn't just about the view. It's a big reason for the urban heat island effect here. Hotter air, more health risks, less biodiversity. It even increases flooding. That's why the Formigas de Embauba initiative started. But here's the thing. It's not just typical tree planting. What sets it apart?
It comes down to the Miyawaki method. Instead of spacing trees out, you plant a dense, layered mix of native species, over 100 in each tiny site. They're packed together, about the size of a tennis court, but the idea is to mimic how a natural forest works. Why pack them in so tightly?
Going dense speeds up growth. You get more biodiversity and stronger ecological benefits. These layers, canopy, understory shrubs, are all crammed in, so the forest matures much faster, up to 10 times quicker than standard planting. In just 3 years, you have a self-sustaining forest patch that cools its surroundings, stores carbon, and draws in wildlife.
Let's put some numbers to that. By 2024, Sao Paulo had more than 15,000 trees in 23 of these mini-forests. Birds and butterflies have started coming back. Air quality is improving. Even though each patch is small, they soak up rainwater, cut down on flooding, and cool the area around them. But how do they actually track these changes?
They're measuring local temperatures, doing biodiversity counts, and checking how involved the community gets. Early results? Places with these mini forests are several degrees cooler than areas with just concrete. There's also an uptick in native birds and insects, and local involvement is high. Schools and families help with both planting and upkeep.
There's something else I want to mention: indigenous knowledge. Leaders from the Guarani community, especially those from Jaraguá Indigenous Territory, have been key. They advise on which seeds to use, how to care for the soil, and even bring traditional planting rituals into the process. Why is that important?
Because it means these forests aren't just ecological, they're also cultural and educational. Having indigenous leaders involved builds stronger care for the forests over time and connects students to the land in a hands-on way. The forests turn into outdoor classrooms.
And it seems to be working. The city has actually made this initiative part of its public policy. There are plans to scale it up across Brazil, and other cities are watching. So, is this something other dense cities facing heat and biodiversity loss could actually do?
Yes, that's what makes it so interesting. São Paulo is showing that even small community-driven green spaces can bring real climate and health benefits. It's not about creating huge parks, but making the best use of whatever space is available, with the community on board and an ecological approach.
So just to sum up, the Miyawaki approach creates dense, fast-growing forests that cool the city, trap carbon, and improve biodiversity. Indigenous leadership brings vital experience and helps with long-term care. And maybe just as important, these forests become places where people learn and connect with nature.
For cities everywhere dealing with rising temperatures and shrinking habitats, São Paulo's mini forests show a practical path forward. Is this the beginning of a global shift, one tennis court at a time?
Thanks for listening. Next time you pass a patch of green in your city, consider, what if that space was a forest?
Thank you for tuning in. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Give it a try for free